$500 mark. I expect to do it on Monday. We'll see if I do. Come back for that. And thank you for your time and for watching this video, and I hope it was helpful for you. I'll see you next time here at EVA Trades. Bye-bye.
EVA Trades.
This is the website. This is evatrades.com. Here's the plan. In phase 1 right now, I'm risking $10 per trade. My daily goal is to hit $20 until I get to $500. Then I move on to phase 2, where my risk jumps up to $25 per trade. My daily goal becomes $50. And when I hit the finish line of 1,000, then I move to phase 3. So as I progress through each phase, my risk doubles, therefore my daily goal doubles. And the reason why that works for me is because I have my own proprietary software that I've designed. These are my trade bars. I have 3 of them, and they interact with the Thinkorswim platform. This is the active trader, and I can enter in right down here. $10 is what I'm risking per trade. Anytime I want to get into a trade, I click this go button and it sets my share size so that I'm only risking $10 per trade. So I know what I'm risking at all times, and that is the only way I ever want to trade.
EVA Trades.
BAER got halted here, and I'd like to play it on the resumption, so I put in a limit order, but then it opens higher and the limit order doesn't get filled. So instead I just jump in it, I cancel the limit order, so I'm in it now with 1 position, and then I sell it real quick for profit. It makes a move higher, it's looking strong, and so I jump back in it again, thinking maybe it might get halted again, but instead it comes back down, it stops me out, but I jump right back in it again. And then realizing that this might not go higher, I go ahead and sell. I'm back to green on the stock, and at that point I just leave it alone, and then it gets halted going down. So BYND is hitting the scanner. I pull up the stock, I enter my stop parameters, and I jump in this thing after it breaks through the highs. And I really sold it too quick. I only made a little bit of money on it. I could have held this for a better win. So after moving a little higher, I jump back in it looking for a break through $22. It doesn't give it to me. I do make a little bit of money on it, and then I'm out. And then I buy the dip on that candle on the 1 minute time frame. Still looking for $23. But now it's going to come against me, and it's just going to take me out of the trade. So red on the stock, so I'm done trading BYND. This was my first trade of the day. It was on TMBR. I bought the pullback on a 1 minute candle, looking for the move up to the VWAP and selling it right as we hit it. Nice profit. And my second trade on TMBR, a little disappointing. I bought it after it showed some strength after breaking through the VWAP. I didn't hold it long enough. I sold it way too soon, took a small loss on it. And now showing some really good strength, so I jump back in this on that pullback, and this time I take advantage of the push and I sell into strength, and now I'm up pretty good on the stock. And a second entry long here, but this time it's not going to work out for me as it's going to start to consolidate a little bit, and I take a small loss on it. So after consolidation, back to the VWAP, I'm back in it again. This time, capitalizing, back up to my highs. And now this is starting to look good for a break through the high of day, so I'm in it, capitalizing on that break through the high. I'm adding on that little pullback. Well, I tried to add, I put in a limit order, but it didn't get filled. And it kind of went up without me, but I'm still in 1 time here, and then I sell it on that little push right there. Okay, so still really strong, so I'm back in it again, looking for that breakthrough $3, and I'm adding to it as it's pulling back, bringing my average down. I'm looking for an immediate resolution here, and it's not giving it to me. So what I do is I just end up selling right below 3. All right, pulling back to that previous high of day, I'm buying it right there. And I could hold this, but I decided to just go ahead and sell it for a small profit in case it comes down to the VWAP. So here's that pullback to the VWAP that I was looking for. I'm jumping in it right there. This time I'm going to hold a little bit longer. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add to it, looking for that move up towards $3, waiting for the push. There it is, and I'm selling it right there. Nice profit. So after consolidation, I missed the breakout here, but I'm jumping in for a small scalp, just making a little bit. And here, that previous high of day support coming into play again. I'm jumping in it just real quick, looking for a really fast scalp trade here and selling it, just a small profit. SOX is bouncing on the 1 minute. I'm buying a back test of the VWAP after a strong bullish move up. Looking for a 5-minute lower high, so selling real quick here. And even though we're looking for a 5-minute lower high, there may be room to the upside on this still, so I'll go ahead and jump back in it. It's not moving as quick as I'd want, so I just get right back out. So after it consolidated on that 1 minute back to the VWAP, I'm jumping back in this for the breakthrough. It looks good. Unfortunately, I mess it up. I sell a little too soon on this and don't make as much as I could have. So feeling a little bit of FOMO on this one. I'm jumping back in it. It's up high, still looking for that 5-minute lower high. So another quick scalp trade here, making a little bit more money on it. So what a move right through the highs on SOXS. So I don't want to miss out. So I'm jumping in this, but I'm getting in too high. And so it's coming back and I'm like, I go ahead and take myself out of the trade for a small loss. So disappointed on SOXS. I get back in it here, but then soon quickly realizing that it's probably a mistake. So I jump right back out again. And then that sudden push down, I'm in right there. All right. And I'm going to look to hold this just for a little bit. I want to see it bounce back up and then I'm going to sell it. And that's my last trade of the day. So overall, pretty good day. Considering my daily goal is $20, I made $26.21. There's my P&L chart. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Eva Trades.
CFRX got halted right at the bell, and I put in a limit order looking for a resumption higher, but I got filled and it resumed lower, and then I got stopped out and I didn't trade it again after that, and then it got halted going down. My first trade on FSR was a scalp trade. This was actually my second trade, but I didn't record the first one, so I'm going to call this trade 1. And this was another scalp trade. It just looked for a quick profit and got it. And my second trade is another quick scalp trade for just a really small profit. All right, so here we consolidated on the 1 minute for a couple of candles, and then that break over 7, and we held 7. So I got in it twice, and I'm gonna look for the break of a pre-market high on this. Right there it is, and I sell it. Really nice profit. So I let it consolidate for a while, and I put in a limit order down here at the volume weighted average price. I got filled right there. And then I'm not gonna hold this. I end up just selling it on the bounce and adding to my total. So after the bounce on the 1 minute time frame, I'm looking for a higher low. So I'm getting in here on a back test of the VWAP. And I'm gonna go ahead and just sell it real quick because I'm not sure yet we're gonna actually get that higher low and higher high. And it did end up pulling back a little more, and then I got back in it again right there at the volume weighted average price. And that could be our higher low, but I'm gonna sell it again and take the profit while I have it. So I'm anticipating an equilibrium, trying to buy the pullback here, trying to time it just right, hoping that this is the low of the pullback on that equilibrium setup, but it's not. I see it dropping, so I get out real quick, small loss. So moving on to AWIN, I took a couple trades pre-market where the yellow arrows are right there. I didn't get them recorded, but those are the 2 trades I took. It put me up $7 to start the day. I missed the pullback to the VWAP here, but I did end up taking the breakout trade, and I didn't want to hold it, so I did get out fairly quickly, but for a pretty nice profit. So bulls are buying the dip here at the VWAP, and I'm looking for that break through the high, but I wanted to see it happen right away, and it wasn't, so I got back out. And here was a nice move, an attempt by the bulls, and I bought the pullback on that 1 minute candle, and then I'm selling on the move up right there. So after the inside bar bull break showing some strength, I buy this just for a quick scalp because I'm in pretty high. I don't want to hold that. So this was actually my first trade at the opening bell, and I got in this looking for an immediate move higher. It wasn't giving it to me, so jumping back out for just a tiny profit. I did take a loss on SOXL, but I didn't get that trade recorded. However, this one here, I was trying to anticipate a higher low. So I'm getting in there close to the VWAP, but it's not giving it to me. So I just jumped back out, taking another loss. So consolidating below the volume weighted average price, looking for a higher low and a higher high on the 1 minute time frame. I'm anticipating here that it's going to break. And I'm making a little bit of profit, making back about half of what I lost as I sold there. And my final trade of the day, looking for the break this time, it's not happening, so I'm back out for a small loss. So I had some ups and downs, but overall I'm up on the day $30.99. That's 1.5 times my daily goal. Not bad. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this helpful. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Eva Trades.
This was a double bottom setup on the 5 minute time frame. 1 minute candle closed strong, so I get in it right there above $7. But it starts to look like it's going to fail, so rather than take the full loss, I just take myself out of the trade for about half a loss. But then once you know it, it turns around and goes back up, and I would have made money had I held it. A little disappointing. And after breaking above the VWAP, I decide I'm going to give this another shot. We have a resistance up at $8, so I'm looking for 8. But it's taking a while, and it doesn't look like it's going to get there. Then it starts to pull back, so I jump out of it. CDIO, the big winner on the day. I traded this pre-market. I didn't record it, but right there where the yellow arrow starts, I traded that all the way up into that $3.50 range, and I hit my daily goal pre-market. So the bell rings and we pull back to that previous resistance, now support, and I'm in there looking for a bounce. Seeing the green, I take the profit when I have it and move on to the next one. The bulls failed to break 372 and the price went lower and is bouncing off of support, so I'm getting in here for the break back through 372 and a move up through the high of day. So there's the break through 372. I'm not selling because I want to see the move up through the high of day. It turns around, stops me out, and that's it for the day. I'm done after that. So I gave back half of my profit from pre-market, and I had to stop trading at that point because that's my rule. But I am up $10.34 on the day. Overall, I'm up $397, and that's dollars. And I need to get it to 500 in order to move on to the next phase. So doing pretty good. I'm happy with the progress. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something, and I will see you tomorrow.
Eva Trades.
Already down on BRTX. Here I'm buying for the 1 minute higher low and higher high and a break through the VWAP. Doesn't look like it's going to do it, so I just take myself out of the trade for half a loss. On second thought, the bulls do seem to be stepping in here, so I get back in for that break through the VWAP. And I'm going to sell at about $4 right there at the high of day. Here I put in a limit order down at the volume weighted average price. And I'm getting filled there. And I want to see a breakthrough 4. I want to see it do it right away, but it's taking too long for me, so I get back out. And then of course it breaks, but it doesn't hold. Yeah, a little trade on NIO here. Buying for this inside bar bull break and gonna sell if we get to the high. And there it is. And there I'm selling. Thanks, NIO. On to ONCS here now. ONCS breaking above the VWAP, looking kind of strong. So I'm going to jump in it, looking for a move up through the high of day. But my God, you know what? It's going to start to come back against me, and I'm going to have to exit the trade, unfortunately. I got out just before the drop, so that's not bad, but I still took a loss on it. So now coming back up through the VWAP, I'm going to jump back in this and I'm going to look for that break over that previous red candle. There it is. Can we get some more? There it is. And so selling right there at the high of day. Okay, so I'm looking up at that pre-market high of 295 thinking, hey, we might get up there. So I'm going to buy this on this pullback and look for a move up through 295. But I'm not sure now with that red candle, so I get back out. But you know, on second thought, this is pretty healthy consolidation. So you know what? I try it again. I jump back in it. I'm gonna let it consolidate. I'm gonna see if we get that move. You know, we're bouncing off the VWAP, so not bad, not bad. And there's the little break. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that profit right there, just in case it fails. The ONCS did end up coming back down to the VWAP, and now it's starting to break back out. So now I'm going to look for that move. So I'm jumping in it there, ready for the breakout and taking the profit. And RIVN should have had a little more patience on this trade. This is a nice 1 minute higher low and higher high setup, kind of a higher low. Consolidation nonetheless, but I end up selling it probably a little too early here. Still making money on it. Maybe I needed a little confirmation on that. So anyways, I'm going to get back in it right here as it's going to start to look like it's going to break out. But then I'm thinking in the back of my mind, this could be an equilibrium. This could just be a lower high below 1580 and we end up pulling back. So I decide to sell it while I've got the profit. And it ended up just breaking right through, and that's fine. So now I'm going to try to get in this for a little bit of continuation and see if I can maybe capitalize a little bit. And I do indeed. I'm going to sell right there at that resistance. RIVN is really strong here. Made it above the resistance, so now I'm getting in it, looking for that move through $16. I want to see it break 16. And there it goes. So now I'm selling. Beautiful. So now that it's above 16 and it closed above 16, I'm getting in for a back test of $16. Looking for a little bit here. Just want to see it, you know, move a little bit. I'm not looking for a lot. And there it is. Okay, now RIVN is pulling back to that previous resistance, now support of 1590, and I'm in it right there. Beautiful entry. And I really should have probably held this for a bigger move, but I sold it while I had the profit right there. And of course, now I'm feeling the FOMO because I didn't hold it. And I'm like, man, if this thing starts to go, I'm going to miss the move. So I jump back in it. And I'm going to look to take just quick profit on that. RIVN consolidated further and now looking like it's going to break, so I'm jumping in this for an equilibrium bull break and a move up through the highs. And I'm selling at that first break of resistance. And we rejected off 1611, but now we're trying to get back over it again, so I'm getting in there as we break through 1611, now looking for a move through 1615. It's not doing it very quickly here, but there it is. Close to it, I took the profit. Moving on to CDIO, getting in this for that breakout, but my stop loss is too tight. I got stopped out, lost $10.40, but I jumped right back in it because it looks so strong. And this is going to end up being one of those where I make really good money and I get myself back to green. And that's called aggressive trading. So now I've widened out my stop loss and I'm going to get back in this. And you're going to watch here as it pulls back a little bit and I hold it. I'm not getting out yet. And then it goes back up and I'm selling it right there at that previous resistance. And look at it go, breaking through 775. I'm going to jump in this for the move up to 8. Boom, just like that. And for me, this one here is the trade of the day. So I'm in this after we break through 8. I'm adding to it on the way up. So I'm in twice now. And I'm looking to try to sell half right there. I had a problem with my limit orders got canceled when I tried to sell half. So I'm going to try it again. And right about there. Okay, so there I sold half. And now I don't have a stop loss in place at the moment. So I got to quickly put one in. And now the stock is failing. So I'm going to get out right there. I did make money on the trade, but it could have been huge had it kept going. So then CDIO drops down to the VWAP. I'm jumping in right there, right at the volume weighted average price. But it's not bouncing, so I'm getting out. Small loss on that trade. And it drops even further. Glad I got out. And SI with a 1 minute higher low, looking for a higher high, but trading right below 850. So I'm taking profit quickly on this one because we could get rejected off 850 and I don't want to be holding if it does. So not too bad. That's the end of my day. So my daily goal is $20. I hit $22.01 on the day. I'm up $420. I am $80 away from $500 and moving on to phase 2 at that point. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next trade review. Have a great rest of your day.
Eva Trades.
Well, I made a mistake on this one. I did get in here for the break of the pivot on that 1 minute time frame. Nice entry. And I wanted to hold this for the move up to the volume weighted average price. That's the dotted line. But being that it's the first 1 minute candle, these things can whip around. And with that in mind, I got out of the trade too early and it did what I wanted it to do without me. Bummer. So after UNCY consolidated, I got back in this for anticipating the 1 minute higher low and higher high. I was looking for the breakthrough 245 and a move up to 247 to be my exit. I add to it there, expecting the breakout to happen, and then it pulls back, looking for an equilibrium, but it breaks the low. I'm adding to bring my cost basis down, but I'm in it with too much size, so I have to exit and take the loss, unfortunately. First trade on BNED, I'm buying off of the volume weighted average price. That's the dotted line. Looking for a break through the high. But it doesn't look like it's going to do it, so I exit the trade for the loss. So I thought the bears were going to take over here, but the bulls are saying, they're showing some strength, so I'm going to get back in. And now I'm looking for the break through the high, and there we go. And I'm going to add to this because it seems like a really strong moving stock. Pulls back for a little bit. I'm going to add to it again, looking for that move higher. And here we go. Boom, right through the high. Beautiful trade. It moves higher, pulls back on this next 1 minute candle, so I'm buying that pullback. And I'm going to sell when it breaks the high of the previous candle. Right there. Beautiful trade. Well, wouldn't you know it, I missed the trade off of the volume weighted average price, but I am going to scalp this one. So I waited for the little dip pullback there on that 1 minute time frame. And now as it makes its next surge up, I'm selling and adding to my overall total. I'm long SI here off of that 322 support, but I don't have the stones to hold this. It looks like it's going to drop further, so I just go ahead and exit for a small profit. And I'm aware that we're just looking for a lower high on the 5 minute time frame, but on that 1 minute time frame, I'm looking for that breakout through the volume weighted average price, so I'm long there for that. But it doesn't hold up, it comes back against me, and I have to get out. On the 1 minute time frame, I bought this for the breakout, and then the next candle was red and pulled back, so I added to it. I didn't get that recorded, so I'm in this twice, and then I'm looking for that move higher, and I'm just gonna, sell it, when I've got some money, and there it is, and I'm selling, and beautiful trade. Yeah, consolidation sideways and a breakout. Not bad. Pretty classic. And pretty I'm in LIPO here, but I might end up taking a loss on it. I bought it below 3, it broke above 3, and I was up on it, but I was holding it for a bigger move, and then now it's coming back against me, so we'll see. Yeah, I probably should be getting out. I'm just going to hold it for a bit, though. I just want to see if it pops back up again. LIPO had news at 5:30. That's the reason for this move. So I'm just going to hold through this consolidation. We'll see here. I really want to add to bring my cost basis down, but being that it's early in the morning, I don't know if this one has what it takes to bounce and get back up above the high. So we had a pre-market high is 314. I'm in it at 291. I guess I could have added when we dropped down and brought my cost basis down. I'd be up right now if I had done that, but so the volume looks like it's coming in. We're above the VWAP. Anything above 231 on the 1 minute time frame is a higher low. Coming up against $3 here in a little bit. If we can get back above 3, that would be promising for me. But we might see an equilibrium here. 5 minute inside bar. 1 minute equilibrium. See your high, a little pullback, so this is the low. This is a lower high, scouting a higher low, and then a breakthrough. That would be the equilibrium that we're looking for. Let's see if we get a bull break on it. Pretty high red volume here. I don't like that. Moment of truth. Can we break that high of 290? Not high, but a high of this equilibrium. See if we can give it one more attempt. I might just exit here. Well, there's the break, but do we get the follow through? Rejected off 3. Still holding. Not a real convincing bull break there. That 5 minute candle is going to close in just over 30 seconds. Trading above the volume weighted average price. That's the dotted line. Let's see what this 1 minute candle wants to do here. I've been red throughout this entire thing, but I'm willing to hold it for a little bit longer. I don't want us to break the low of 262. If we do break the low of 262, I'll probably exit. Although it's a good bounce potential off of the EMA down here, I don't want to hold it on a bear break. I guess it depends on what that break looks like. I could add right now, bring my cost basis down and look for a bounce, but I'm not going to. Being that I'm already in the red, I don't really want to add to a losing trade. Okay, I want to see a bounce off 262. We're below the volume weighted average price. Maybe we bounce off the EMA. If it breaks below 262, I might wait for just a second before bailing on the trade just to see what the price movement looks like. So there's the break below. I just want to see if the bulls are going to step in and buy the dip. If we can hold the low of this current candle, which is 260. Yeah, I'm going to get out of this. So, you know, maybe it bounces from here. I'll wait. And if it bounces, then maybe I'll jump back in it. But right now, taking a $20 loss. And I'd rather take a $20 loss than a much bigger one. So if I decide to trade it again, I will get right back to you. Well, I tried it again here, but now it's coming back against me. So it was an inside bar bull break. I got in just before the bull break, and I was profitable up here, but I was holding for the break through the VWAP, and then the bears are stepping back in. So I'll hold it. I'll see if 258 can hold. I'm risking $10 thereabouts on the trade. If I get stopped out here, if I sell at a loss, I'll be down probably just over 30 on the day. My daily goal is 50. So far on the morning, I'm going the wrong way. Sometimes that happens. I'm looking for a double bottom scenario here at 258. I'm in it at 266. So right up here, right about here, that's where I got in on this candle. I was up about $10 on it. I could have sold it here, made back half of my loss from before, But like I said, I was looking for a bigger move. Could be a telling sign that maybe this is not the morning to hold and look for bigger moves. Maybe. I don't know. It's early yet. The market itself. It's pulling back a little bit on that 4 hour. With the low of the move, lower high, higher low. Maybe. If this candle breaks the high of the last candle, you'll have a higher low here. I am scouting a higher low. Volume has tapered off. So we have another inside bar scenario. Let's see if we get a bear break, bull break. There's the bear break. I don't see a whole lot of bulls stepping in right now. There we go. May get a rejection off of 273. We're coming up against the volume weighted average price, the white dotted line. We've got to get back above that. There are bears that are shorting the stock, trading against the volume weighted average price. So their stop losses would be up here somewhere. If we can get above it, that would be bullish. I'm gonna exit the trade, basically break even. I'm gonna wait for the bull break on it. If we get the bull break, then when I'm talking about a bull break, I'm talking about a move over 273. So we get that, I might decide to get back in this. Let's watch it here. Maybe it's gonna happen now. But it looks to me like we're gonna break the low of this last 5-minute candle. That's kind of what I'm thinking. See if we bounce. Yep, there's the break. Okay. All right. Well, I'll get back to you if there's something else comes up that we can trade. Otherwise, I'll see you at 6:20. All right. Well, I bought this on the break, and right now it's not really holding, but we'll see. It's a new 5-minute candle, so it's the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. And so here I am in the same scenario again, where I'm holding to see if we get the move. And so far that hasn't worked for me on this stock. I don't like that we didn't close above 273 on this 1 minute candle, but that's, we'll see. We broke the VWAP. We'll see if we can get it back. Okay, there we are, back up above. So now I'm going to try to hold it for a little bit and see if we start to get a move up towards 3. I'm in this twice, so I'm going to sell half if we get a little bit more of a move here. Keeping in mind we had a previous resistance up here that we couldn't close over. That's at 290. Volume looks okay. Had our low at 254. I'm going to get rid of this line. I'm actually going to put that back in there. That was our pivot. So bouncing off of the volume weighted average price, we're on the upper side of it now. Inside bar on the 1 minute. I'm looking for a little bit more of a move than that. The high of this move is up at 284. I want to see a break through 284 to sell half of my position. We're right at that high, so I'm selling half of it there just to be protective. That way I don't take a huge loss if we do fail here. All right, so there's the break. We closed above the line. So now we're looking up at, well, 290. Maybe, yeah, we couldn't close above 290 over here on this candle. So we'll see if we can get up there. Now we're pulling back testing. I'm going to get rid of this line now. So this is pulling back more than I wanted to see. We're going to have a new 5-minute candle coming up. I'm going to sell this. Down $9 on the stock right now. So I made back over half of my loss. So that's pretty good. I just didn't like how much that pulled back and how much volume there was on the pullback. So but I do like this move. We could pull back on the 1 minute. Anything above 254 is a higher low. So, we're still in good shape here. If this next candle in 15 seconds, if this candle closes like this and the next one opens and breaks above this one, I might jump in that, regardless of this high red volume. So if we were to break that level there, 284 on this candle, I would probably jump in that. Okay, I will. I'll give it a shot. I've seen these enough that the odds are in my favor that it'll work. There's the break. Now we're looking up, got a lot of lines here, looking up at that 290 level. So we're through 290 now. Can we close above it? We couldn't before. And remember, $3 is overhead. There's a back test of 286. I'm going to sell that. Small loss on it. It's just not trading the way that I'm expecting to see it move. So still not able to close above 290 yet. That's our second attempt at trying to do it. We did it over, tried over here, we tried here. Now we have a high of the move up at 292. I'll get rid of the 290 line. Keeping in mind we're a minute away from a new hourly candle, a new 15-minute candle, a new 5-minute candle. We might be looking for just a lower high on the 5-minute time frame, lower than that high up there. So here's the pullback. Could buy it right there off of the EMA. Looking for a higher low on the 1-minute time frame. We'll see if we bounce off the EMA or do we drop down lower. So I'm in it at 281. It pulled back to 278. So I'm in it a little bit high. Now we've got that new hourly candle that's going to start here in about 10 seconds. I'm gonna get back out, break even on the trade. We got new candles starting. I just want to kind of see what's going to happen. Yeah, SPCB on the scanner, but the volume's kind of light. Pull back to 2. See what it wants to do here. Got a bit of a spread on it for a stock that cheap, and that's because it's light on volume. Really feel like it should have made its move by now. I'm going to get back out for a small loss. All right, well, so far not working for me this morning. Maybe looking for an equilibrium here on LIPO on the 5-minute time frame now. Get your high of the move. You got down here, you have the low of the pullback, so at 254. So up here we have a lower high. So now looking for a higher low somewhere above 254. Maybe we bounce off of the EMA here. So if I get in there and look for a bounce, it's kind of risky. High red volume. No, second thought, I'm going to wait. I just want to wait it out a bit. So I'll get back to you if I decide to trade again. And I'm back in it. I bought it, tried to buy it as just before the break, but when I hit the buy button, it popped up right away. And so I'm in a little high here. And twice, not to mention. I'll sell half while I've got some profit on it. Just to cover my arse. So now we wait and we see, is this the 5-minute higher low that we wanted at 265? See, once again, not trading the way that I think that it should trade. Yeah. What a tricky stock to trade. It's just so choppy. And it's maybe because it's a little lighter on volume. It's not like terribly light for pre-market. I mean, you're talking 100,000 shares on these 1-minute candles. That's not bad. I am playing the 5-minute. So if I were to, I'm going to get back in it. And my stop loss, my imaginary stop loss is going to be down here at 265. So my plan here is to hold this for a break over 292 and a move up towards 314. And if it comes back against me and starts to break 265, breaking down, then I'm going to exit. Okay, there's the break. But a break with no follow through, it may be a little bit bearish. So that's why we want to see the follow through. We want to see the volume come in. It's okay to pull back a little bit here, maybe back test the volume weighted average price and that EMA. The fact that we dropped back below the volume weighted average price and then we consolidated below it and now broke above it, that's promising. But keeping in mind we have a 5-minute inside bar so far right now. That's a brand new 5-minute candle. So we could see an equilibrium, a tightening range play out on the 1 minute. Because the high of this last 5-minute candle is up here at 282. Right there. So we could see a tightening range within between 265 and 282. Now there's the break on that 5-minute. We broke the last 5-minute candle. So that is right now a higher low on the 5-minute. A bull break with very little follow through though. That's okay. So this one is a little weird. So I'm going to just like do what I said. I'm going to hold it looking for the break through 292. It's a 15-minute inside bar. We can take a look at that real quick. Right here. So 15-minute inside bar. If I get rid of 282, you can see that more clearly. That's where my lines are marked at, 292 and 254. So we want to see a bull break of that inside bar. So a 15-minute inside bar is a 5-minute equilibrium. So anytime you have an inside bar, look to a smaller time frame for a equilibrium. That's way more of a pullback than I was comfortable seeing. But I'm going to hold true to my word and say that if as long as we hold 265, yeah, that doesn't look good. It looks like it's going to be a bear break on that 5-minute time frame. We're back below the volume weighted average price. No, I'm just going to sell it. So I'm going to get ready to trade after the bell rings. I'm not going to trade any more pre-market because it's just not working out for me. So I'm going to be starting my day down $41. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we get after when the bell rings. If something pops up that helps me get back to green, and maybe this one will make a move. We'll see how this trades. Sometimes the stocks trade differently after the bell rings because you have different traders trading it, more traders, obviously. All right. We'll see you soon, about 10 minutes.
Goes on. I'm done praying for you. As this mic on, have to break the silence, 'cause words are stronger than all alliance. I let you kiss me if you say you miss me. I just wanna feel alive. So suck it up. If you can't ignore me, I live alive. You should record this. Look at me flying, so satisfying. See you bluffing when you act like nothing.
Thursday. Thursdays are cool. This is Thursday, a nice Thursday. Everybody loves Thursdays. Thursdays is the day before Friday, and Friday's awesome. Although for me, honestly, I like the weekdays. I kind of get sad when Friday's over, and then I got to wait 2 days to get back to the stock market. As sad as that might be, I don't know. I like watching stocks when the weekend's here. Yeah, you got Bitcoin. You know, you can watch Bitcoin, but I don't trade Bitcoin. So, anyways, welcome back, and I hope your Thursday is going well. Mine has not been so great. If you've seen any of my trades this morning yet, you'll know that I am down $41 so far on the day. My daily goal is 50, and my max loss is arguably $100. I don't really want to push it that far, especially at the beginning of phase 2. I'm only 2 days into it. Here's the thing. My risk per trade is $25. My daily goal is 50, and I'm looking to get to $1,000 so I can move on to phase 3. Here's my progress so far. I started phase 2 on this day, so I've had 2 green days in a row. If I were to stop right now at negative $40, that's what my chart would look like. That's not so bad. That's a pretty small pullback. However, I'm going to give it a chance, and I'm going to see if we have something that maybe will be worth trading when the bell rings. So right now, this is all I'm watching. LIPO, the one that has been really, really choppy and difficult for me to trade this morning. I've been actively trading it, looking for a move back up to $3.14. I first got in this right here as we had news at 5:30. So this was moving up. It pulls back below 3. I jump in it. I'm looking for a move back up above 3 to go higher. It never did. It pulled back. I held through the pullback. It started to make a move back up, and then I'm like, okay, it's going to be a 1-minute equilibrium. So I waited. It pulled back. I got the higher low. It starts to break out. I'm like, okay, here we go. Coming up to 3, got rejected, pulled back again. So I never did get to green on this stock. I came close a couple of times. I traded it in here on this breakout, and at this point, it was a 5-minute setup. We had pulled back. On the 5-minute, I was looking at a 5-minute equilibrium with 15-minute inside bars. It started to do its breakout thing again, but we've been having a hard time here. What we've been trying to do is close above 290, and we cannot seem to do it. We tried right here, we tried right here, and having just a hell of a time. And so every time I get in this for the break through 290 and to get up above, whatever. So we're still consolidating, but yeah, it just keeps failing. The last trade I took on it was over here. If you saw this one, here we go. I was thinking, yes, here we go. This was up here. It was looking, now we're going to break, right? I think that was this candle 605. Yeah, that was this one here. We started to break out, right? This is our higher low. Looking for a higher high. Nope. What does it do? Flushes down right here. So I get out of it for another loss. And then, of course, it bounces around. This is not typically what I see in the stock, and then it makes its move back up. So very choppy. It's hard to trade. So good luck today if you do trade this one. Hopefully you'll have more luck than I did. It's still in play though. So your resistance is at 292, support down at 265. 15-minute time frame is an inside bar right now. Well, no, it's not. It's an inside bar with a little bit of a bull break. 5 minutes to go on that inside, or that bull break inside bar. What do we have? BLNK is hitting the scanner. We can look at that. There I have SPY. SPY is opening probably about mid-range of yesterday, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Actually, this is on demand. Let me turn that off. BLNK, what's it doing? That's interesting. BLNK, Blink Charging announces contract with the United States Postal Service to provide EV charging stations and network services for growing EV fleet. Well, I got nothing else to put up here, so let's put that up here, see if it does anything. The bell's going to be ringing in another 4 minutes. BLNK. It's an $8 stock, so then what I do is I come down here, and I'm going to click my margin button, and I'm going to just type in, let's say $10. And as long as we're trading below $10, it should be good. This is my own proprietary software that I've written to help me manage risk. So I go back up here, and I look at my candle ranges on the 1 minute time frame, and I say, okay, 3 cents. No, okay, that's a new candle. 37 cents, 96 cents. Average is about 30 cents. And I look at my 5 minute ranges also. So we'll say $1. What's that? That one's 30. I'm just going to go with something like, I don't know, we'll just take a guess. It's going to change when the market opens. So I click on 60 cents. I'll click go. It's going to put in my share size based on my risk. See down here, I have my risk, $25. That's what I want to risk on the trade. So it enters my share size so that I don't risk more than my intended amount. On LIPO, oh, I wasn't even down there showing you that. There you go. Maybe if I pay attention a little more. That's it right there. So I'll show you on this one. Okay, 10 cents. Go. It's going to put in my share size, 250 shares. That's how many shares I would have to buy to be risking $25. Okay, 2 minutes to go. Yeah, BLNK could be a one-hit wonder here. One of those breakout stocks that doesn't do anything. So I'm wondering if we're going to have like a gap and go type of setup on LIPO. I'm almost thinking on LIPO, I'm going to widen my stop loss way out. And what I'm going to look for is an immediate breakout on LIPO once the bell rings. I typically don't trade the first 1 minute candle because on Thinkorswim you can get into a lot of trouble doing that. Yeah, what'll happen is a lot of times in that first 1 minute, in my experience, is I'll punch the buy button in that first 1 minute. My order doesn't get filled, but it'll bounce up and down the screen. And so I'll cancel it, but it doesn't cancel. It just stays there and it keeps bouncing around. And if the stock's moving up, suddenly I'm getting filled way up here, way higher than I want. It just all of a sudden fill, it didn't cancel. And so then next thing you know, the stock's dropping and I'm down and then I'm trying to get out and it's not selling. And it's like, yeah. So it's always risky trading that first 1 minute, but we'll see. So I'm already down $40. I don't know if I want to take a chance that this is going to gap and go. Because if I take a loss, it'll be a $25 loss. It's coming down right now, so I'm buying the dip on it, and let's see if it does go here. I'm going to sell it right away. Okay, so just making back some of what I lost, just a little bit. That was a quick trade. So now I'm only down $32. So luckily for me, that worked out. So good luck to you today. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining me, by the way. I appreciate it. I mean, really, this is for you to learn, and me. So hopefully you'll learn something. I learn something every day when I do this. And mostly I learn about myself. It's all about knowing your boundaries. So let me see here. BLNK, we're above the volume weighted average price. We have a candle range of 17 cents. So I'm going to change my stop loss parameter to match that. Gosh, I want to get into LIPO. I just don't know if I trust it. See, I bought it. I bought a pullback on it. Now I'm gonna get back out. What are we looking like on the 15 minutes? So we're breaking bearish on the 15-minute time frame. That doesn't mean we're gonna drop. I'm gonna try this again. Whoa. What's up with that wick? I don't think that was real. Yeah. I'm playing with fire there. So a THMO from yesterday, if you remember that one, it just got halted going up. I was going to be watching that one, but I decided I didn't want to. But let me see here. Yeah, it's below the volume weighted average price. So I don't know. Right now, things aren't looking too good. I'm really not sure that I want to trade anymore, but well, let's just watch. Do an analysis of SPY real quick, see what it's doing, what the overall market is doing. For let's look at the daily. Let's start with I haven't looked at the longer term. I'm going to clear out some lines here. So we have a monthly consolidation is underway. So we definitely have quite a bit of room on the monthly time frame. We could pull back, form a higher low. Anything above 348.11 is a higher low on the monthly. However, on the weekly, we have a support down at 374.77, so we want to hold that. And we definitely actually have a weekly downtrend. Well, kind of. There's a little lower high and lower low here. If you call that a lower low, I don't know. Looks like we had a broadening formation. I kind of seem to remember that. Daily time frame. Yep. It's a daily sideways equilibrium, shaping up here, low, lower, high, looking for a higher low. So we're opening inside of yesterday's range. 4-hour time frame. Oh, we had a... So right now we had a big enough bounce here that just looking for a higher low on the 4-hour time frame. So maybe we get a tightening range today. Quite a ways away from that low. Let me see here. As see, we're trading below the VWAP on this one. This one just hit the scan. Here's a look at my scanners for today. This is the Hive Day Momentum Scanner. This is usually filled up pre-market. This usually is completely full, and here it is after the bell, and it's still, there's just not much there. The gap scan's kind of light today. I mean, quite a few stocks on it, but none of these looked any good, except for maybe LIPO, but right now it's choppy as hell. Look at all that chop. And BLNK pulling back there. Let's see. Jan was second on the gap scan list, below the VWAP. The next one down, PCT. It's actually making a move. Path is popping up on the scan. PATH. I wonder if it'll pull back first for a second. I want to look at PCT here also. Shoot. For some reason, my order wasn't ready to go. Yeah, I wanted to buy that right there. My stop loss is quite a ways away. Finally ready to take a trade on this one. Going to add to PATH. Okay, making a move there. I'm going to flatten that. And there we go. I'll flatten that one too. So I'm green on the day now. So we found something to trade. I'm green on the day. I'm up $6.55. And I got to be honest with you, I might stop trading now, but no, I'm not going to stop yet. We'll wait just a little bit. Give it the benefit here. We'll see if we get some momentum. So PCT, let me look at that one again. My mouse is doing funky stuff when I'm trying to move it, and it's just not, it's not like moving here. Okay. So PCT, Pure Cycle Technology secures a $150 million credit facility, signs limited waiver with certain bondholders. So I do have a couple of halted stocks. Oh, FRC is all. Look at the THMO halted going down. I definitely don't want to be trading that one at all. FRC halted going up, but again, it's below the volume weighted average price. Am I even over there so you can see that? So let me go back to what was it? THMO. THMO, you can see it got halted going up below the volume weighted average price. Now halted going down. That's why I don't trade these when they're below the volume weighted average price. I do not trade halts. Unless I'm shorting, which I don't do. Only because Thinkorswim doesn't typically have shares available to short. FRC. Remember FRC from yesterday. So halted going up, but again, below the volume weighted average price. Wow. So PCT over here. I can't seem to get my mouse to work for me. I think I'm having internet issues, people. How's my stream doing? Hopefully you can see the stream okay. So we have, that's an hourly pivot. We're up above it now. So the problem with PCT is we're just going higher and higher and higher with no consolidation yet. So that's got me wondering, well, where am I going to get in? I could buy it at any time, but at any time it could drop. 650, I could play off the psychological levels. I could certainly do that. If it were to pull back to 650, I could jump in. But it looks like it's just going to try to go higher, maybe. So I'm in at 657. That's a little higher than I wanted. And I'll sell it right there. See if it pulls back maybe to 650. You know what I could do here, actually? Put in a limit order. Oh, there we go. That's a little more than 650. And I'm going to get back out of that. That's, you know, pulling back a little more than I wanted. So now we consolidate. Now, where are we going to pull back to? We have a support down here at 583. We have a pivot that was right there at 604. We have the volume weighted average price down here along with the EMA. So LIPO, never mind LIPO. Snap is on the scan. Wow. What is SPY doing? SPY's bouncing, so that's kind of why we're seeing everything else bounce here. So right now, 5-minute, 15-minute downtrend. So looking for a lower high on SPY on the 15-minute. So the SPY can bounce all the way up to 389.39 and maintain a higher, 15-minute downtrend. But I'd be using the EMAs as a guide on the way down here. Looking for an hourly, 4-hour higher low. So I'd be looking for a trend change on the 15-minute back to the bulls to confirm that the 4-hour higher low has been set. Okay. There we go. Well, just kind of trading around that 640 area. FRC is resuming. Nice resumption. I don't know, maybe it gets halted again going up, but it could easily turn around and get halted going down. It is a downtrend right now, so I'm not interested in it. Buying PCT off the volume weighted average price. However, I'm in a little bit high. Okay, probably could have held it, but I'm going to sell it there just for that small profit. And ladies and gentlemen, I've got places I got to go today, so I'm going to have to end the stream early again. I apologize. I've done that 2 days in a row now, but I definitely have to get out of here early. So, and I'm green on the day, and before I end up making a mistake and going back to red, I would like to finish my day green. That would be amazing. So considering I was down 40 to start, now I'm up $11.33. I'll just put in 11.33. So a very tiny green candle. My low, let's do this. This is kind of fun to do. I'm not even over at the right screen. So here we are. So $11.33. So that gives me a little green candle there. And what I'll do is I'll come over here and I have to manually enter in my open for the day was $568 profit. That doesn't sound right. 681. I might have something. Okay, never mind. I don't know why this. Oh, because I didn't enter the date. That's why. Okay, it's March March 16th. Here we go. All right, so that's why I wasn't showing up. I was confused. All right, so I opened today at 681. I was down about $41, I think, to start the day. So 41. So 681 minus 41 is 640. So my low of the day was 640. Let's see what that looks like on the chart. So I had a long lower wick there, finishing at my highs of 692. So I'm almost up over $700. That's fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here now. Let's take one more look at the charts. I hate doing that because I could honestly possibly trade. FRC actually doesn't look too bad right here. I would almost want to buy that. But of course I'm not going to. And nice bounce off of that volume weighted average price. I took this trade down here, but I didn't hold it. And had I held it, I would be sitting up pretty good right now on my day. I might even be at my daily goal. So that beautiful trade. So that was kind of my mistake of the day, I suppose, is not holding that trade. But, you know, the way my day has been, I'm kind of shaken up after trading LIPO and getting shaken out so many times. I'm a little bit on the emotional side, so, you know, I'm a little bit triggered. So, you know, I'm not as relaxed as what I could be. But that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. Well, I hope your Thursday goes well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, I hope, and we'll be trying it one more time for the week. Until then, adios.